Welcome to Dark Folklore, where shadows whisper and ancient legends awaken. Here, we breathe life into terrifying myths and spine-chilling tales from around the world. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from and which folklore from your country you'd like us to explore next. A special thank you to today's sponsor, Noose Inc., where you can embrace your spirit animal on a wide variety of custom items. Be sure to check them out, link in the description. Now dim the lights, settle in, and let's descend into today's dark tale. In every corner of the world, schools harbour their own dark legends. Whispers of strange happenings and ghostly figures are passed down from one class to the next, growing more sinister with each retelling. In Nigeria, no story strikes more fear into the hearts of students than the legend of Lady Koi Koi. The tale begins decades ago in a prestigious all-girls boarding school. The school was known for its strict discipline and rigid routines, and among its staff was a woman who perfectly embodied its unforgiving nature. Her real name has been forgotten with time, but her presence was unforgettable. Always impeccably dressed, she wore polished, blood-red high heels that clicked menacingly on the school's tiled floors. That sharp, chilling sound earned her the nickname Lady Koi Koi, mimicking the echo of her heels as she prowled the halls. Koi, koi, koi. Lady Koi Koi was not just a strict teacher. She was cruel. She delighted in punishing students for the smallest infractions, meting out harsh punishments that left more than just physical scars. Tales of her cold, unrelenting glare and venomous tongue spread like wildfire. Students feared her, and even fellow teachers whispered behind her back, wary of becoming her next target. But it wasn't her strictness that sealed her fate. It was her rage. As the story goes, one fateful day, Lady Koi Koi struck a student so hard that the young girl fell and suffered a severe injury. Rumors swirled that the student never fully recovered. That was the moment when fear turned to quiet hatred among the students. They wanted justice, or perhaps revenge. One night, a few of them conspired to confront the cruel teacher. Whether they intended only to scare her, or if they meant real harm, is lost in the fog of time. But the confrontation ended in tragedy. Lady Koi Koi fell down a flight of stairs, her crimson heels clicking one last time before her lifeless body hit the cold, hard ground. The school tried to cover up the incident, fearing scandal. Lady Koi Koi was buried, her name erased from records. The students were sworn to silence. Life at the school went on, or so they thought. Soon after her death, strange occurrences began to plague the school. Students reported hearing the distinct sound of high heels echoing through the empty corridors late at night. Doors would creak open on their own, and shadows seemed to dance where no light should fall. Some claimed to have seen the silhouette of a woman in red heels standing at the end of dark hallways, vanishing the moment anyone got too close. The stories became more sinister over time. Students who dared to roam the halls after dark would disappear without a trace. Others woke up with scratches on their bodies, unable to explain how they got there. And always, always there was that sound. Koi, koi, koi. One chilling tale tells of a girl who decided to challenge the legend. She mocked the stories, boasting that ghosts were nothing but childish fantasies. One night, she crept through the school, recording her adventure for others to see. Her camera captured the steady sound of heels clicking behind her, growing louder with each step. The footage ended abruptly, and the girl was never seen again. Some say Lady Koi Koi is not bound to one school. The legend suggests that when one school becomes too desolate, she moves on to another, spreading her curse. She is believed to haunt any school where cruelty and suffering fester, feeding off fear and pain. In some stories, she appears in mirrors, grinning with blood-red lips. In others, she stands silently at the foot of a student's bed, waiting until they dare to move. Despite the fear, some students believe there's a way to avoid Lady Koi Koi's wrath. The legend warns that if you ever hear the sound of heels behind you, you must not turn around. Keep walking, no matter how close the sound gets. For if you look back, it will be the last thing you ever see. But why does she haunt the living? Is it revenge for her untimely death, or is it something more sinister? Some say Lady Koi Koi seeks to punish those who mirror her own cruelty. Others believe she is trapped in a cycle of pain, lashing out at anyone who crosses her path. Even now, the tale of Lady Koi Koi spreads beyond Nigeria's borders, seeping into schools across Africa and beyond. Some claim to hear her in distant countries, in schools that seem too far for such a legend to reach. Yet the chilling Koi, persists. It is a reminder that some stories refuse to die. They cling to the walls, slip into the cracks of old buildings, and breathe in the dark corners of forgotten halls. And so, if you ever find yourself alone in a quiet hallway, with only the echo of your footsteps for company, listen carefully. If you hear the faint, chilling sound of heels clicking on the floor behind you, whatever you do, don't turn around, because Lady Koi Koi might be closer than you think. Thank you for joining us tonight on Dark Folklore. If this tale of Lady Koi Koi sent chills down your spine, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more terrifying legends from around the world. And don't forget to tell us in the comments where you're watching from and what folklore we should explore next. Until next time, keep your lights on and beware of the darkness that lurks just beyond. Good night.